What's up, people of YouTube? This is Grow Me Something Mister. Today's video is about replacing the lumber in your raised beds. So do you have a situation much like this where things are starting to rot, things are loose, breaking apart? Worse yet, entire chunks come apart. Well, we'll repair this. We'll see how it works out. One thing that I've used with my raised beds are these outside deck screws. This is actually one that came out from right here, and as you can see, it's still in good condition, so I'm going to reuse them. If you use regular wood screws, they can rust on you. This is an outdoor deck screw. I don't recall the brand, but it looks just as new. So your beds may be put together a little differently than mine are, but the process to get these out, basically the same thing. Although mine at first was at a certain ground level, I then backfilled with river sand, which put the lumber below soil level, so I have to now get that up out the ground. I have a shovel, I have a pry bar, and I'll use whatever else I need to get this lumber out, and I'll backfill it with river sand. One step, of course, is to get the soil from around the exterior of the bed to the interior so it doesn't come out. I want to keep everything contained within my 5 foot by 10 foot frame. Sometimes I realize I speak a little too fast or a little too slowly, depending on how you hear it. But this is what I mean by below the surface. This right here is actually the top of a 2x6, and you can see that it's with ground level because check out one of my older videos. I had to backfill this with river sand. It's sand that comes out the Mississippi River here in the United States, Louisiana. At least that's where I'm at, that's where I get it from. So that's the top right there. So all of this used to be a raised bed once before I put in this, so now it's almost like an in-ground bed that's just contained with lumber. So this is the top of the 2x6, and as we go along, you can see how you can see more of the lumber. This ground is, I didn't level it out perfectly, but it is level enough for water purposes, so you can see the difference. And here's another piece here. And we had a lot of rain yesterday, but you can still see the ground level of where it was. So this is a 2x6 right here, and half of it, or 2/3 of it, was basically under the surface of the river sand, the new raised level. So all of this here, all these channels, will get filled in with river sand to bring it to the same level as the existing ground. Alright, so let's talk about this lumber. These are 2x10s by 10 foot long. I don't know what that measures for the folks in the UK and other places, but 2 inches by 10 inches by 10 feet long. I bought 3 of them, 2 side pieces, and another 10-foot piece. I cut that in half because my beds are 5x10. I was going to make these 4x10, but I decided to keep it as 5x10. Took my placements of where I wanted to put the screws, pre-drilled everything, so the screws are in. All I need to do is lay them on the bed and screw them into each other. You'll see the color here of this lumber. What I did is, this is untreated. It's not a pre-treated wood, it's just regular pine wood. And I have a bunch of extra paint, so I decided to just paint this. I gave it 3 coats of paint, let them dry in between each coat. And so it adds a little color, and I'm thinking a little bit of water protection as well. I don't know about leaching out into the soil. Not really worried about it. So it just looks nice, and I wish I would have thought about it earlier. I would have stenciled something like Brigadier Gardens or something on the bed. That's it. Everything, all sides are painted, 3 coats. Let's get this on the ground. Don't have a friend handy to help you hold the boards up? Do what I did. Use some cinder blocks, keep it in place. The rest of those are just held on by just leaning over it. So what I'm going to do now is screw each board in, 2 screws each. That's it, everybody. That's how you put together a raised bed. For the sides here, if you want, you can put down a stake to keep it from bowing out. I'm not going to worry about that right now. If it looks like it starts to bow out, I'll handle it, but at this moment I won't. So, really appreciate you watching. If you have any questions about how I did this, how long it took, you can leave commentary down below. You can also email me, strawhatvideo@gmail.com. This is Grow Me Something Mr. And remember, no, I don't have an exit line yet, so see you later, everybody.